Now, once these details are filled in the application, there is one box where you can an applicant can add or upload uh, supporting documents. So, in while filing the appeal, there may be some chances that if you are going to file the appeal against a demand order DRC 07, then information which are associated with that particular demand order will be fetched by the system and it will be displayed on your screen. But that demand order may be due to some reasons, and that demand order is as a resultant of the order passed by the jurisdictional authority, which is if you wish to upload that order, that can be uploaded, or you wish to counter argue that order, that these are the points on which this demand is incorrectly arrived. For that explanation, you can file all these detail, and you have to type all these detail in a piece of paper, and you have to upload as annexer to the application of GST appeal 01. The There is maximum file size is 5 MB is allowed, so you can upload the document as annexer. Similarly, if some citation is required to be given before the appellate authority, that these are the judgments and I would like to cite these judgments of the higher court to support my argument, that can also be uploaded. So you have to enter the document description and it can be uploaded. Now, I'm coming to the next part, which is very important, that disputed amount, these are the details which are required to be filled by the officer. Here, in case the appeal is filed, then the applicant has to enter the amount in dispute. So that amount you have to enter. So a officer, while passing the assessment order, may have assessed you for some amount, and according to you, that admitted tax is like that, and the officer has incorrectly assessed me, then that amount will come under the amount in dispute, and that is required to be entered in the relevant box. Depending on that, the pre-deposit amount will be calculated by the system, and it has to be filled. So as I mentioned you earlier, that in case if the cases are related to the registration, and in case the cases where no demand is involved, you can just simply write down the amount in dispute as 0. So thus 10% amount of the pre deposit will be calculated by the system. And here one button is given right just below the screen, that is utilize cash, ITC or oblique cash. So if you click on the utilize cash or ITC, after filling all these details, amount in dispute, the system will prompt you directly to the ITC ledger or the cash ledger, from where you can settle this amount in dispute as pre-deposit for for filing this application. So once these amounts are utilized by your cash ledger and or ITC ledger, the pre-deposit amount can be settled through ITC ledger or cash ledger. There is no restriction. It depends on you and the available amount in your cash ledger or ITC ledger. You can settle it. And once these all amounts are settled, that payment of through your ITC or cash ledger, you have to enter this amount. If you are going to settle this amount through cash ledger, you have to enter the details. So these are the screens which show you how balance is available in your cash ledger or ITC ledger on navigating it. So you have to enter the amount, and you have to click on the setup. Once you click on the setup, the pre-deposit amount, there will be a success message on your screen that you have utilizing your, here in this case the applicant has utilized rupees 60 from the cash ledger, and ITC 0 rupees, and once it is utilized, the amount cannot be reversed. Do you want to proceed? On clicking on the confirmation button, the taxpayer will land to the appeal application with the payment details, and disputed amount and payment details will be appended with this application, and the declaration part will appear. In the declaration part, the applicant or the authorized signatory on behalf of the applicant. It is, please note that appeal application can only be filed by the authorized signatories of that particular GS-TIN. So the authorized signatory of that particular GS-TIN, they have to click on the verification part. Once it is clicked, from the drop down list, you have to select, if in case you have more than one authorized signatory, it will appear. It will show you the names of the available authorized signatories, and you have to enter the place and proceed to file.